Just when you thought you heard it all, the crazy stuff some people do. For vanity. This lady here, I tattooed my eyeballs. Yep, you heard it right. My eyeballs, purple and blue. Now I'm going blind. This is not like the sound where the person cry and turn their brown eyes blue. A mom of 5 brushed off her daughter's advice to not get her eyeballs tattooed due to potential blindness. And now she's losing her vision. Anaya Peterson, a law student, was in awe of Australian model Amber Luke, who tattooed her eyeballs a vivid blue and went blind for 3 weeks. I can't imagine even going blind for 3 minutes. Despite Luke getting her vision back, it seems that 32-year-old Peterson might lose her sight for good. I was just going to get one eye tattoo at first because I thought if I go blind, at least I got the other eye. I should have stuck with that, Peterson told Kennedy News. My daughter told me I didn't want to do that, the tattoo, asking, what if you go blind? She wasn't on board with it at all. So here's the woman here. Her tongue is split, notice that? The body modification enthusiast has a split tongue and numerous tattoos, but inking her eyes might have been a step too far. Now she wishes she had listened to her wise 7-year-old. Remember that TV show? Are you smarter than a second grader? A 7-year-old was telling her don't do it, and she did it. The Belfast, where is Belfast? Belfast, is this Northern Ireland? The Belfast woman was left hospitalized by the eyeball modification after a series of reactions to the ink, and now claims she is at risk for developing cataracts. I don't have 20/20 vision anymore. From a distance, I can't see features on faces, she said. If I didn't have my eyeballs tattooed, I wouldn't be having this problem. Even today, I woke up with more floaters in my eyes, and that is dangerous. And this is a woman who was going to law school. I mean, really now. Lawyers should be people who can engage in critical thinking. Her daughter should go to law school. Peterson said her daughter tried to warn her about losing her vision, but she didn't listen. Yeah, like the old show, father knows best, right? Mother knows best. She's always going to have this problem since she can't remove tattoo ink in her eyes. But her harrowing tattoo tale didn't have such a rocky start. For months after tattooing her right eye blue in July 2020, she had no complications. Despite suffering from some dry eyes and headaches, she opted to tattoo her left eyeball purple in December of that year. There's her right there. See the reaction? Look at her eye. There. All swollen. Of course, you put something in your eye, the body is going to reject it. That's how the body acts. It has its own defense mechanism, and it sees the eye, the dye, as an invader, and it tries to protect itself. So this is what happens. You get inflammation and swelling. She woke up one morning with a swollen face and eyelids. This pink eye. She has pink eye, right? There are other ways you can get pink eye, that eye disease, naturally. Naturally. You don't have to put dye to get pink eye. It was a result of a potential reaction to the ink. In August 2021, things took a turn for the worst. She woke up one day with incredibly swollen eyelids that looked like she had gone 5 rounds with Mike Tyson. As the symptoms worsened, she decided to check herself into the hospital, where doctors gave her medication through an IV for 3 days and biopsied her problematic eye. I just wanted to be at home watching TV, to be honest. I can't even put it into words. It wasn't nice at all whatsoever, she recalled. It was traumatizing to go through. I just remember thinking, I'm not doing that shit again with the eye tattoo. I'm definitely not doing that shit again. Now, Peterson says she has floaters in her eyes and is at risk for blindness. The body modification enthusiast left the hospital on the mend, but regrets her decision to tattoo the whites of her eyes in the first place. I'm kind of recovered on the outside. It's recovered. It's just inside. I'm basically on the verge of going blind, she said. If I could go back in time, yeah, like that sound shit. If I could turn back time, I would have done one black eye tattoo and left it. No, you shouldn't have done any. I would have done one back. Absolutely. See, she didn't learn a lesson. If you go back in time, you don't mess with your eyes. She originally only tattooed one eye blue, inspired by an Australian model. I tell my daughter not to care about the opinions of someone else because they are just ordinary people like you, she said. You have positive comments and negative comments, but the negative comments always overshadow the positive ones. My goodness. Well, let's show age her. Look how she looks now, like an old woman. Her traumatizing hospital experience has left her with tattoo regrets. According to Peterson's inspiration, Aussie influencer Luke, an eyeball tattoo should never result in blindness if done correctly. Unfortunately, my artist went too deep into my eyeball. The Daily Star previously told the Daily Star when she lost her vision for 3 weeks. If your eyeball procedure is done correctly, you're not supposed to go blind at all. Well, how about not messing with your eyes at all? Your eyes, that's one part of the body you don't mess with, you know? I mean, there are other parts of the body you can mess with, but your eyes, no. That's one area you don't mess with it at all.